Before I even get started, let me first say, first and foremost, Happy Founders Day to my lovely, lovely sorors of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, baby, J15. Founders Day. Hope y'all had a really good Founders Day. I ran into a girl. You know how you have that unspoken bond with people? You don't even know them. Like, I didn't even know this girl. And so, I'm in the cafeteria. I have on my AKA sweater. And so, she has on her shirt, too. So, I see her shirt. And we don't catch eyes, right? But I'm looking down at my phone. I'm like scrolling through messages or whatever. And lo and behold, I look up and we catch eyes. So we have this like little unspoken, please let me know if you can't hear me because I've been having troubles with this mic. So we have this little unspoken, hey girl, you know, and so we both speak and we're like, Happy Founders Day, soror. So I wanted to put that out there first and foremost. Happy Founders Day, ladies, my sisters, okay? Hopefully it's a productive day of service. Hey, Kashana. Hopefully it was a perfect day, productive day of service, and hopefully, you know, service to all mankind and with a smile, okay? But anyway, I'm on this live tonight. Y'all have to excuse me, but this nail broke right before I hit boom, right before I hit start. So, what I want to talk about today, and I'm sure that everyone has their different opinions about it. I'm sure it should be a good discussion if y'all decide to join in. But I saw this video from Kev on Stage last night, and he was talking about, I don't know if you guys have heard, but Chipotle hired nurses to verify whether their employees are actually sick when they call in sick. And so he went into this whole spiel of, you know, I wish Chipotle would verify. And baby, when I asked for, hey Jessica, and he was going and, you know, saying, hey, when I ask for time off, it's not really me asking for time off. I've already booked the plane tickets. It's more of a notification. And I wanted to talk to y'all about that because I felt every piece of what he was saying. When I went to Paris last year, when I went to my boss and asked for 8 days off for work, that was after I paid the deposit and the plane ticket was booked. Okay? Right, I wish a hoe would verify if I'm actually sick. You know, back in the day, when I didn't care about the job, when it was one of those like, let me just pay the bills type of job, West, Convergence. But y'all know, because y'all was in Baton Rouge with me. But back in the day when I didn't care, I wasn't calling at all to call in sick. I just wasn't coming. Okay? So every piece that he said was, it hit me in my soul because I know I've done it. You know, luckily now, the job that I have, yeah, you know, because black people in particular have a habit of booking the shit first, asking for permission later, and you better approve it because if you don't, we're going to have a problem. Okay? It's going to be some trouble and smoke in the city. So, I know I've done it when I used to work jobs that I didn't care about. Now I have a job that I pretty much care about. And I like my boss and I would never do it like that. Plus, on top of that, she's cool with the leave anyway. Let her know, you know, what you need and she'll work it out. But I used to be that person. A negative PTO balance. My mama has, I kid you not, when she had knee surgery, my mama had 6 months of sick leave. She was able to get paid. I'm going to take the occurrence. You're lucky if I can walk through the door because I have called in sick from the parking lot, okay? So, because you know you have those days when you don't even want to be bothered. They should have leave for just that situation, period. Now, I don't want to be bothered today, leave. I'm going to need that, okay? So, but yeah, my mom has 6 months of sick leave, just banked up. So much leave banked up that they're going to have to cut her a pretty nice check when she does retire. And take the fight, girl, look, without blinking. Oh, okay, you know you be at 4.75. Y'all remember that 4.75 when you were on the brink of getting fired? If you walked in that door at West about 5 minutes after you're supposed to, they may give you like a 15-minute grace. They may give you a 15-minute grace. But anyway, that 4.75, and you were sweating because you knew, Lord, if I get this other 0.25, I'm fired. I'm legit fired. So I remember one time when, oh, by the way, my mom was able to have a whole surgery and recover 6 weeks plus 4 extra recovery weeks and got paid for the shit. I, on the other hand, would have to fill out FMLA and go LY because, baby, the sick leave is not there. You hear me? The sick leave is not there. So, but I have gotten better, and like I said, it's because I care about this job that I have right now. I really do like this job that I have. Back in the day when I didn't care, honey, I remember when I was working customer service for Sprint, and this man, I've been on the phone with the man like all day long, and he ended up calling me the N-word because I wouldn't change his bill to reflect, you know, a credit for his overages. Baby, when I tell you, I went on Make Busy and went to the buffet down the street on Florida Boulevard in Baton Rouge, went to lunch, honey, and did not come back. I'll take the occurrence, you heard me? So, I just wanted to know if y'all do the same thing. Because at this point in my life, I don't anymore. But baby, it was nothing for me to be like, Make Busy, I'm out. Make Busy, I'm going home. Go to lunch and stay. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't even know if it's a cultural thing or what, but we'll do it in a heartbeat. Black people will do that in a heartbeat. And another thing he said was, ma'am, when I call in, I'm already on the plane. Like, there's no, if you feel better, go ahead and come in. I'm already on the plane, bitch. Like, I'm calling you to notify you that today you won't be seeing me, okay? Which is kind of like, when you think about it, pretty rude. Like, how you know the boss didn't have anything planned? We just gonna both be off. And that's what he said. We just gonna both not be in the office today. So, before social media and camera phones and document not every move, it was a little bit easier to do that. But what's the point of going on vacation on sick leave if you can't post nothing? You know, I want to post my food. I want to post my trip, you know. But if my snitching ass coworker next week headed to LA, my days have not been approved, but the plane tickets was purchased 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And we always take that gamble. Like, let me go ahead and book this ticket. But you got time off? No. But I know I'm getting on the plane. Like, who are we? I know I'm getting on that plane, though. Like, no, you might not be able to get on the plane. And so it got to the point where my boss now, at a staff meeting, told us, do not book tickets until you talk to me. And so, you know, it had to be said, though. It had to be said. Because me, I planned my leave all the way for a whole calendar year. She asked me for my leave in January. Baby, I gave her leave up until December 2020. And this is the days I'm going to be out of here. My birthday week. May, July, Thanksgiving, December. Might take some time off for Labor Day, extra 2 days here and there, book in the weekend. And so she had to actually tell us, don't book nothing, you might lose your money. She pretty much got blunt like that. Like, you might lose your ticket money if you do not approve your leave first. So, funny story, when I was booking Paris for my birthday last year, I paid the deposit and everything. Was getting on the plane, come hell or high water, because I had never been to France. So, ass backwards, I went into my boss's office, my old boss's office, and I said, you know, trying to play like I'm really asking when I wasn't. But I said, hey, I'm thinking about going to Paris for 8 days for my birthday. She said, oh, okay, well, let me look at the calendar. I said, look at the calendar. Girl, the 8 days have been picked. And here is the dates. February 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be back on the 11th. I'll see all that work on the 12th. Okay? So she looked. I said, the 8 days have been chosen, honey. it was more of a heads up, I ain't gonna be in this bitch for 8 days in February. So she went ahead and she approved it. And then she said, well, in the event that anything does come up, which I don't think it will, you should be able to get your deposit back. And so I was walking out the office and I said, deposit back? Girl, I'm going to Europe. Ain't no deposit back. There's no deposit back. Me and my cousin going to Europe. So that was a pretty funny story. But yeah, my boss now, 2 reasons why I don't pull that shit now. So I like my new boss. She's hella cool. The work schedule is hella flex. As long as you do core hours, you can go home, make up the rest of it throughout the pay period. So I'm like, word, oh shit, okay. So I would never do that to her because of the kind of person she is. She's super chill. I'm not gonna fuck over you if you're super chill. But see, back in the day at the call center shit, West Convergence, y'all know where they was. One was on Essen and one was on Florida Boulevard, honey. I worked at both. I think everybody in Baton Rouge, fresh out of Southern, worked at both. I don't even know if they're both still open. So if you know if they're still open, let me know down in the comments if you know if they're still open. But 2 reasons why I would pull that shit at the call center. The people at the front desk who would tell you to get off Make Busy when you just been having a hard ass day and you don't want to be on the phone no more. You hit that Make Busy and you go, whew, these people gonna make me lose my religion. Or the people in QA. That's the people I stick it to when I call in. Because what you're not finna do is tell me get off Make Busy when I've been on the phone for 6 hours straight selling crock pots and Las Vegas timeshares, Wes. NASCAR crock pots is what I sold for about a good year at West. Making pennies. But anyway, and I was saying crock pots like crack, baby, okay? But those are the 2 people I stick it to when I used to work at call centers. Those cocky bastards, I'm about to say something else, those cocky bastards at the front desk who gonna tell you when you need to be on the phone, and the people in QA who listen and eavesdrop on your call. So, I think that's just pretty much, well, no, that kind of extended outside of the call center because when I was working at Lane Bryant, honey, I went to lunch and hit the interstate. I had such a bad day. I went to lunch and told the girl, I'm put my lunchbox in the car. I cranked up the car, bitch. I cranked up the car and hit the interstate. I had such a bad week that I was like, I'm not folding out one more. I'm not folding out one more size 26 drawers. I'm not folding no more jeans. I'm out. And they just didn't have no manager that whole day. So the district manager called me and said, well, what happened? You know, we're at a staff meeting right now, and where are you? Baby, I'm home. I done made it home. Went and put my lunchbox in the car and then put my ass in the car and cranked it up and took it home. So, and I know, especially Jessica and Kashana, y'all too have many award stories involving the call centers and the sick leave and stuff like that. But I can't think of a time when I've taken sick leave and wasn't actually feeling bad. You know what I'm saying? Did I go to the doctor? No. Was I gonna die? No. Had a real bad headache, woke up feeling like shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I got sick leave. I didn't mean to drop the F-bomb, but I just did. But I was like, the hell with it, I didn't take a sick leave. So, yeah. I have never in my working life ever asked permission before booking. Girl, mess around and I'd be done booked the hotel, tours, dining extravaganzas, be done booked tickets for other people before I even know if I can go. Steady on the phone like, I don't even know if I can go, but I'm steady trying to get everybody else to buy tickets. I don't know if I can go. So, but like I said, I don't do that no more. Because it depends on the kind of boss you got, you know. Yeah. So, here's my question to Jessica. what you think she gonna say when you go and formally ask for the leave? You think is she cool? Like, is she gonna be like, oh, okay, we got it covered, you know? Because I feel like this. If it's cool, every time I ask, do you not need me there? Or you already have some backup people that's working behind the scenes when I'm there? Like, if you can easily shuffle my workload, then I feel like all I need to give you is a notification. You know, not really ask the question. You know what I'm saying? So, but going back to the topic of how much leave you actually leave the job with. There was only one job that I had that I left and actually got paid out for sick leave. When I left the school board, I was at 0. When I left all my other jobs, I didn't even accrue. I was an earner burner, you know, except for Lane Bryant, because you really couldn't. I was the only manager at the store, so I couldn't take a lot of time off. But when I worked at the DA's office, I already asked, said she'll let me know, but I'm leaving. Yeah, it's nothing to let me know about. Honey, tickets bought, trip planned. There's nothing for you to let me know about. Only thing you gotta let me know is yes, I can go. And you ain't even gotta let me know that, because I'm gonna go anyway, right? So managers make me, they tickle me with that. They really think, especially when you already halfway out the door anyway on the job, they really think they got some pull to help you change your mind. Honey, I'm like 1 foot out the door anyway. This is me burning PTO up so I don't have to be looking at your face every day, okay? So they tickle me when they say that. They'll let me know. Yeah, as long as they let me know, it equals you ain't giving me no shit about me going on my trip. So for that reason, when my boss asked me, like I said, when she asked us she asked everybody for all their projected leave, and people went as far as May, because, you know, you can pretty much see up until Memorial Day what you got going on. You can see up until that point. No. I already know from January, when she asked January 8th, 9th, one of them days, I already knew from then that I wasn't going to be here for Christmas, Thanksgiving, week before Thanksgiving, Black Friday, October and September are kind of giving days because you got Columbus Day and Labor Day in those. Won't be there sometimes in June. You know, you need a healthy time off. Like, you need, out of 4 weeks, you can't make somebody work 4 full weeks in a month. You need a down week or a down day. You know, take you like a middle of the week type of rest break. That way, the night before, when you're sleeping, you're not stressed. You're not thinking about what you're going to tell these people on the phone. You're not worried about what time you got to get up to get there. Or if you work at home, what time I got to get up to get on this computer. I hope my computer works. You know, I think people need to have at least one down day a month where it's a freebie, not including holidays. 1 to 2 days a month where it's a freebie. You can call in and say, look, I'm not feeling this shit today. And your boss won't give you no flag about it. Because I think all people want to really do is make money and live their life. But you don't want your job to kill you. You know? So I think the best way to solve that, if I was in a management position and I had subordinates under me, just don't lie to me, okay? If you hungover, then say, man, look, I'm hungover. Well, then, okay, sober up, see you tomorrow. Hey, Damien, sober up, I'll see you tomorrow. Or call me and say, look, I'm not feeling this shit today. Like, the customers get on my nerves. I'm in a bad headspace. Tell me that, you know? So, but a lot of managers aren't like that, and so people feel the need to make up elaborate stories. So, like I said, my mom has like eons and what's up? We're talking about why black people don't ask for permission before we book trips. And why we like to tell them where we're going and where we're going and not ask. And Jessica and Kashana are here. And we were talking about some of our experiences before. But anyway, like I said, my mom has like buku sick leave saved up, right? She's 68, still working, still steady accruing, and never using it. And so when the date when she retires, they're gonna pay out for retirement because she way past the age, right? She automatically eligible for Social Security, right? Boom. On top of that, that sick leave and annual leave payout though, that sick leave and that annual leave payout though, y'all, that's a couple of checks in itself. And the only time that I ever worked a job that I actually left with leave on the books and got paid out was the DA's office. And that's because the job was so intense and so stressful that when we needed leave, they never made us take it. If you sick, go to the doctor, see you tomorrow. Make sure your caseload is up to date and you're ready for trial. Or you have some kind of setup in exchange where someone will take your cases for you if you're sick. But I took a week off, like a stress week off at the DA's office. Thank God for my boss. Like, no matter what they say, my boss was amazing. So I took a stress relief week off. They never asked me for one leave slip. I bought a doctor's slip. I don't think they even looked at the shit because our job in itself was so stressful. You're talking about trial every day, motion hearings every day, talking to defendants every day, your clients every day, on the phone, looking at body cam footage. I mean, looking at some real heinous shit on a daily basis and dealing with some real tough stuff. So when it came time to take leave, they didn't give a damn. Go home, see you tomorrow. And I think that was the best model ever as far as an employer goes that I've ever dealt with. Out of all my jobs, they had the model to a T. I got paid off for my sick and my annual. And that helped carry me through while I was in the waiting period to get my entrance date at the job I have now. The DA's office, I'm pretty sure they stay hiring. They stay hiring in some kind of capacity. But yeah, that was the best setup that we had. And yeah, they didn't clock our breaks. They didn't clock our lunches. They trusted us so much that A, when we have a meeting, your ass better be there. B, when we have a trial, your ass better be prepared. And C, don't let a client or a victim come in here and not be able to find you. Make sure you run your book around your schedule. And that was the most, even with the stress that I dealt with, it was the most freedom I've ever dealt with as far as an employer went. So, yeah. So, hop down in the comments and let me know what your horror stories are as far as your work situation. If you've ever had to take leave and did not ask, you told your boss. There was one time when I called in, and baby, I was already on the road. Called in. There was one time when I called in, went all the way to work, pulled up, and that was a way back when, a job that I just hated it, and pulled up, parked in the parking lot, called, and got right back out the parking space and took off. Drove like 30 minutes. Drove 34 minutes to get to work. Pulled up and pulled straight on off. Okay? So, and I think the reason why a lot of people feel like that, like, I ain't like to ask for shit, I booked the tickets, and you better say yeah, I think people feel like that because of the work culture environment that is in the world today. Like, America has one of the most rigorous work schedules in the country, outside of people who have like child labor and sweatshops. But as far as working eligible adults, we have one of the most rigorous work cultures in the world. 40-hour work weeks. The federal government just gave paid parental leave. Before, when you want to take off and bond with your kid, you have to stack that leave up. And pretty much have to stack it up the whole time, contemplating in anticipation of getting pregnant. So a lot of times when women would be pregnant at work, where I work now, before we had paid parental leave, which doesn't go into effect until October of this year, but thanks to Congress for approving it, good looking out, because the private sector was already doing this. But when women would get pregnant at work, they had to stack the leave in anticipation of having a baby, you know? And so a lot of times they would fall short on the leave, have to go on LWOP. And I don't know nobody who can go on LWOP for a long time without feeling that crunch in their pocket. I can't go on LWOP for a while without feeling that pain in my pocket. So imagine having to go on LWOP with a new kid, and if you're the only breadwinner, come on. Congress did a solid on that. So, you know, but other than that, we have 40-hour work weeks. If you're in private sector, you got 80-hour work weeks or more. I know some private law firms, which is why I'm glad I never went private law firm. You will be billed to death. Billed to death. You know how hard you have to work to do 80-hour weeks? You know, that's crazy. That's 12 to 14, 16-hour days. And so I don't know if we're going to come to, and this is totally off topic, but I don't know if we're going to come to some kind of median as far as the pace of how the American worker, you know, works. But it shit will wear you out. Toxic work culture, bad leadership, rigorous work schedules, that will wear you out. That will wear you out. Which is why a lot of people, when they do retire, finally, they fall ill because their body is so used to the rough and tough, rigorous environmental shit we put our bodies through just to go to work, that once all that stops and goes at a standstill, shit starts falling apart. Hips, knees, joints. Now you got asthma. You didn't have asthma before. Now you got chronic migraines. Now you got cancer. Like, that's because your body finally came to a stop. You know? Think about this. Think about this. Think about all the environmental, mental, physical, emotional shit we go through every day in anticipation of getting to work, while at work, and decompressing from work. Think about that. The environmental shit that we gotta be exposed to. Hey, Kiana. The environmental shit that we have to be exposed to on a daily basis: rain, sleet, snow, heat, allergies, air pollution, 5 days a week now. Now imagine on top of that, anxiety because you hate the work environment. And I'm a living witness that anxiety will make you ill. It will make you ill. So imagine all that for 30 years. The average American works between 20 and 30 years before they retire. And all that just comes to a screeching halt. Your body will start to break down. It will start to break down. So, I say that to say this. I probably won't ever get to a point where I ever formally ask for permission to take my own sick leave and my own annual leave that I use, that I accrue, because it's your leave. I come to work every day. I accrue it. You damn right I'm going to use it. And if I ain't going to ask permission to do the work to accrue the leave, I'm not asking permission to use the leave I accrue. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. So, I say that to say this, probably won't ever come a time where I will actually formally ask for permission. That's just not my type of work relationship. I will bring it up. I will pre-notify, I'll pre-notify my boss ahead of time. That's what I like to do. Instead of asking, last minute or telling them last minute, I ask them so far in advance that I know ain't nothing on their calendar. You can't tell me right now that you got anybody taking off in December 2020. Me telling you as a courtesy. I really don't even have to come. I really don't even have to come. So me letting you know where I'm going to be. Sometimes my mama don't even know where I'm at. So me telling you where I'm gonna be is, baby, count your blessings, okay? So the least you could do as a boss is not give me shit about it, you know, because I don't have to tell you. But, and they don't see it that way. Of course they don't see it that way because, you know, managers. But, yeah, half the time my mama don't know where I'm going on vacation. So why would I even tell you? And I ain't gonna ask my mama because I'm grown. I earn all this money, earn all this time off, I'm gonna use it, right? And so if I'm not gonna give my mama leeway to say, well, maybe you should, you know, you're not getting no leeway to tell me the same. Okay? So I hope y'all enjoyed this chat. I felt like I wanted to bring it up because Kev on Stage, you know, shout out to Kev on Stage. He is hilarious. And he did an Instagram video about Chipotle. I think Chipotle down bad. For all that, Chipotle, just fire them. If you gotta hire a nurse. A nurse. Nurses already make bank anyway. Kiana said they're trying to no call, no show. Which would, you know, that'll put a mark on your record, you know. So, and supervisors be petty like that though. They be really petty like that. Like they'll sit up there and be totally petty and be like sitting looking at your leave request, not approving it, knowing they have to, be like, she didn't wait till it was approved. No call, no show. Like, really? And the calls are petty, like hella petty. They know you put it in timely and in advance, like they want you to, timely and in advance. And you let it sit, and then you know I ain't coming, and then you still mark me as no call, no show. Some jobs, that's an automatic termination if you mark me like that. Call centers, no call, no show, that's an automatic termination if you mark me down like that. That's petty. Especially if I follow the rules and the procedures and policies when it comes to requesting leave. If you're going to sit there and be petty about it and play with my money like that, you goddamn right the next time I want to leave, I'm not asking you shit. You're lucky I'm going to file a grievance. Okay? So, and they like to be petty like that, not thinking, because a lot of people like to bow down and take that shit, but the minute you talk about, oh, you won't, but you're approved it for A, B, and C, do I file my grievance now or later? When I get back from vacation that you will approve, and after you approve it, I'm still coming back and I'm still reporting you for being petty. And if you haven't handled that at the job, Kiana, that's what I would do. I followed the rules and procedures. You still being petty, file a grievance now or later. Pick one, you know. But anywho, yeah. Supervisors are petty. And like I said, there's not going to be a point in time where I'm ever going to like formally ask for permission to take the leave that I built up. Because if you think about the whole system of leave, hey Terrence, if you think about the whole system of leave, you're working in advance and saving it up. It's shit that you're accruing for work you're already doing. You know, they're connected. So you don't have any say-so in what I take and when I take it. I already worked for it. I earned it. Go to hell. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Chipotle, you're down bad. Hello, Terrence. Terrence, we're talking about people who just notify their boss they're taking off. They don't really ask. I'm one of those people. And a lot of people have chimed in. Kiana, Jessica, Kashana, they've chimed in as well. And honestly, I've never worked in an industry where they were going to just fall apart if I didn't come. You know, I was never like a one-man show where all operations would stop if Mary don't come. Y'all got this covered. You know. So, I hope you have a good night. And this was Ask Claire. Next week, we'll be talking about a whole different topic. I hope Chipotle pays their nurse pretty well, because nurses make bank, and just to get a private industry nurse to dedicate themselves to Chipotle had to cost some bread. So hopefully Chipotle ain't got the checkbook to back up their petty. Because that right there is petty. Don't nobody want to make, what they call that? Barbacoa bowls all damn day. Don't nobody want to make that shit all day. I'm sick. You cannot get a barbacoa bowl a day. You know? But anyway, y'all have a good night. Enjoy this Wednesday. And once again, to my lovely, lovely, sweet sorors of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, happy Founders Day, y'all. Make it a productive day of service to all mankind. Love you. Bye.